What's up, everybody? My name is Huawei Chris, and welcome to my review of the new film Air, starring Matt Damon and our good friend Batfleck, or Ben Affleck. Actually, there's a lot of people in this movie. So, this film, of course, is about Jordans. Well, not particularly this one, actually, the Jordan 1s, which I need a new pair of Jordan 1s. But if you're a fan of Michael Jordan and you thought you were going to go see this movie like I did and was like, okay, this is a movie about Michael Jordan's shoes, but Michael Jordan ain't in it. Well, that's not necessarily true. He is in it. Like, there's actually an actor who plays him, but you don't really go through the film through Michael Jordan's perspective. This is from the perspective of the creators and the people at Nike trying to sponsor and create a partnership with Michael Jordan. And this film was way above expectations. I mean, I was not expecting that. But if you're someone who loves business, loves basketball, knows Michael Jordan, and you're a fan of it, and you just also enjoy really good storytelling, Air does that. Maybe we should stop maybe betting against Matt Damon and Ben Affleck because they know how to tell a really good story and get all of the perspectives that work well. Notable mentions in this story: Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker was lovely in this film. He's portraying one of the executives that works at Nike and probably one of the few black people at the time working there in the 80s. But he is just so loving, so relatable. It's like he didn't miss a step. Yes, he's much older, but man, it's like his acting chops just never fell off. He just has that personality that just pops on screen and he hits his mark every time. Viola Davis, we already know. Viola Davis is amazing. She's a wonderful actress and she does a great job portraying Michael Jordan's mother and what Michael Jordan's mother did to change the game. I think really the story, if they do another part of that story, is really delving into the conversations. That's something that I really wanted to see. I wanted to see the conversation she was having with her husband and with Michael, a young Michael Jordan who's in high school, getting all these offers from different shoes companies, and then back up. I don't want to tell too much of the movie, but I didn't realize how big Converse and Adidas was back in the day. Like, we don't even think about it. Like, we know Adidas is big now. You know how big Nike is. But think about just the difference in the way things have shifted and how that shifted with Michael Jordan coming onto the scene and the deal that they made. So his mother definitely played a pretty big part in this film. And I thought that was very interesting. One of the other things is if you're in the need of some 80s nostalgia, if that's you, this film has it. I mean, it is 80s everything. The hair, the shoes, the clothes, the games, the colors, the 7-Elevens. You know what I'm talking about when you get there. Everything is just pure 80s. But again, Matt Damon's character, he plays Sonny. He's the guy who's working at Nike who actually looks at Michael Jordan as the option, and they go through a lot of great details. They're sitting in boardrooms and they're sitting there before they even get to Michael Jordan. They're listing names of great ball players that you will know, especially if you follow basketball. You're gonna be like, oh, cool, I recognize that name. Even if you don't, you'll be like, okay, I recognize that name. I recognize that name. I recognize that name. And just the conversations that they were having in the 80s and the stuff that we know now, the little gems and jokes that they were making in the film worked really well because we are here now in the present and they're making little jokes and side comments about people that we know now that makes it even funnier. You can relate to that. Yeah, like I said, even if you're not even really following basketball like that. So again, the movie Air is one of those films again that takes you on a nice little journey following a great story, but also at the same time giving you those emotional beats that you need. There's a moment in the film where Matt Damon's character is at a point and recognizing what this decision means, like the deal they're trying to make with Michael Jordan and what it could mean not just for him but for a lot of people. And when you get to that point in the film, it just it's so I was invested in that movie, and that's what a good movie does for me. I'm invested in the character, I'm invested in the stories, I'm invested in where this is going, and there's just so many great points. My theater was great. They were laughing at all the jokes. I think they also felt that weight that the movie also portrayed, and it kept us laughing. There were some really, really, really good moments in this movie. So this one really surprised me. I did not go into this movie. I was like, man, what is this movie gonna be about? This is gonna be a slow drag. They really told a wonderful story. Everyone in this film is great. Oh, and even when they made the shoe, there were like some NBA rules and regulations. You could probably even Google it, look it up yourself if you're not gonna go see the movie, but you should. But there were some regulations with how the shoes and like colorways and stuff like that. The way they handle certain situations in the film, I'm laughing just thinking about it. They handled it very well. It was very interesting, and the film kind of built up the tension. You know, I don't know if everything played out exactly how it went in the film, but if it did, whew, they Nike put their money where their shoe is. That sounded better before I said it. Either way, I definitely think you should check out this film. The movie Air, again, starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Chris Tucker, Viola Davis, Jason Bateman is in this film. There's a lot of great people here. Marlon Wayans even makes a little cameo in here as well. So he does a great job with just what he has. Again, you should definitely go check out this film. It's a wonderful, great time. Again, my name is Huawei Chris, and on my scale, whether you should wait for this film to come out on iTunes or streaming, I say go see it if you can. If you can. It's a good little story. Check it out. It's cool. And if not, you can wait. But I'm telling you not to. Go check it out in the theater. It's a good time.